June 2019, UEA declared a climate emergency, with Vice-Chancellor Professor Richardson stating,
"We fully recognise that we need to move faster to deal with what is a climate and biodiversity emergency, and that we all have a part to play in addressing this crisis."
In November, the Union Council, a forum comprising officers from the UEA Students' Union and Course Club and society representatives, voted to ban beef from food outlets run by Students' Union. Of 17,000 students at UEA, 90 council members voted on the motion, which passed by 1%. UEA was not the first UK university to ban beef. Both Cambridge and Goldsmiths no longer serve beef as part of their plans to lower carbon emissions. Within the limited sphere of the UEA SU food outlets, the ban was transformational. It demonstrated a fundamental change to the functioning of the system. By facilitating a change in people's habits and lifestyles, the enforced change to food consumption behaviour created a radical shift towards recognition of the climate emergency and action towards reforming it. But why ban beef? The livestock sector accounts for 14.5% of human-induced greenhouse gas emissions, with beef cattle contributing almost half of that. Beef is also one of the most water-intensive foods, with production of 1 kilogram of beef requiring 15,500 litres of water. Intensive beef production also requires large areas of land to grow feed, such as soybeans, contributing towards deforestation and loss of biodiversity.
Minimising beef production mitigates the environmental costs of diet most effectively.
Scientists have identified 9 planetary boundaries, which, if not exceeded, provide a safe operating space for humanity to survive. 3 have already been exceeded. Agriculture has been a major driver in 2 of the 3, biodiversity loss and nitrogen flows, and has significantly contributed to the 3rd, climate change. Agriculture has also had a major influence over land system change and freshwater use.
To create a safe operating space for food production within planetary boundaries will require global consumption of foods such as red meat to decrease by about 50%.
This diagram incorporates and connects the core periphery model and the environmental justice framework, which are at the heart of this debate. It shows how resources in the form of beef or cattle feed move towards the core developed nations from the periphery developing nations, whilst environmental harms such as deforestation for cattle feed, crops, or transfer of virtual water in the trading of beef move in the opposite direction. However, the UK produces 3/4 of the beef that it consumes, and many local farmers believe that they are being unjustly targeted. Procedural change by the UEA SU to tackle climate change could undermine local livelihoods. The National Farmers Union Vice President Stuart Roberts commented,
"British farmers are leading the way in producing climate-friendly food."
Recognition of justice also plays an important role in facilitating transformation. Lack of debate when banning beef frustrated students.
We should encourage free speech and frank exchange of views rather than a ban which alienates our hard-working meat farmers, who are a crucial part of rural landscapes.
There was also dissension from student religious groups concerned about their food options. With dining restrictions during Ramadan, having easy access to food such as beef can become even more important. The beef ban was short-lived. Within 1 month it was overturned. In a second vote, 53% voted against the ban. As in the other UK universities, UEA students are concerned about climate change, but in banning beef, the Union Council did not consider the context of specific cultures and livelihoods in Norfolk. Overturning the ban illustrated the need for openness, democracy, and debate, to recognise the thoughts and opinions of all impacted groups and individuals. Student Gabriel Ward commented,
It's wrong and undemocratic that our student representatives passed this without consulting us, the students, without any real forethought, discussion or debate.
Development is strengthening people's capacity to determine their own values and priorities and to organise themselves to act on these.